My math teacher locked our classroom door and said, "Someone here stole $2,500 from me, and I think I know who." She was staring right at me when she said it. That money was for my son's kidney stone removal. It was in my purse before lunch. Now it's gone. Her voice was shaking. She grabbed a chair and dragged it to the front. "Nobody leaves until I search every bag in this room." I didn't steal anything, but the way she was looking at me made me feel like something bad was coming. Keon, the kid sitting next to me, leaned over. "Bro, why is she staring at you like that?" I had no idea. Mrs. Vance sat down in the chair and started calling people up one by one. First kid walked up, unzipped his bag. Mrs. Vance turned it upside down and dumped everything. A fake ID fell out, confiscated. The second kid went up. A vape pen rolled across the table, suspended on the spot. The third kid had a love letter addressed to Mrs. Vance tumble out of his backpack. It was titled, "Mrs. Vance, in my heart you dance." The whole class lost it. He was nicknamed Dr. Dancing on the spot. Mrs. Vance continued searching every bag. None one had the 2,500. I glanced over at Keon. He got paler with every bag that was searched, even started sweating. "You good?" He didn't answer. Mrs. Vance finished emptying another bag. Only two were left now, mine and Keon's. That's when Keon leaned over. His voice dropped to a whisper. "Bro, I took it." I froze. "My little brother needs surgery. My parents can't afford it." I was desperate. I stared at him. That's when Keon said it. "Please, if she finds the money, just say you gave it to me to hold. I'll pay you back. I swear. My brother's all I got." I blinked. "I'm not taking the fall for you. You don't understand. If my brother doesn't get surgery, he could die." I thought about it for a second. I really did. "Sorry, man. I got a scholarship on the line." Something shifted in his eyes. His whole face changed. His jaw tightened. "Keon, you're next." He stood up slowly, walked to the front. He unzipped his bag and dumped it out. Notebooks, charger, gum. Then an envelope hit the desk. Mrs. Vance grabbed it and tore it open. Bills fell out and the room went dead silent. $2,500. All here. Everyone stared at Keon, waiting for him to say something. Me too. I expected him to break down, confess, but he didn't do either. Instead, he pointed directly at me. "He gave it to me!" Keon yelled suddenly. "He told me to hold it for him or he'd tell everyone about my ED." My jaw dropped as Keon kept talking. "Check his locker. You'll find proof he did it there." My heart stopped. What was he talking about? I had nothing but books in my locker. Mrs. Vance turned to me, her eyes cold. "Get up." "I didn't do it. He's lying." I said, "Get up." And so, I stood. Security was already at the door. They grabbed my arm and escorted me down the hall. Keon and Mrs. Vance followed behind. I heard the whispers start immediately, felt the phones recording me. That's when I remembered something that made me sick. Keon was hovering near my locker earlier today. I didn't think anything of it because my locker needs a code. But what if he somehow knew it? We stopped in front of my locker. "Open it." I entered the code. I pulled the handle. And there, sitting on top of my books, was a small velvet box. A box I'd never seen before. My jaw dropped. How did that get here? Mrs. Vance grabbed it and opened it immediately. Her face crumbled. "This is my mother's ring." She started crying. "She died 2 years ago. This is all I had left of her. It went missing from my desk a month ago." She looked at me like I was a monster. "You took it!" she yelled through her tears. I backed up. "I didn't. I've never seen it before in my life. He put it there." I pointed at Keon. "Why did you put that there?" I yelled at him, but Keon just shook his head. "Why would I frame you? We're friends." He said it with a smile. The principal arrived. We went to his office. Cops showed up minutes later. They walked in talking about charges, a felony, a criminal record, potential time in juvie. Keon was sitting across from me giving me that disappointed parent look. "Why are you doing this?" I kept asking him. "Nothing. We were friends. I ate lunch with you every day. Why would you do this to me?" It made no sense. Keon finally looked up. His eyes were empty. "I didn't do anything. You did." Security footage got pulled up on the principal's computer. My one chance. But the footage was grainy. The angles were wrong. It didn't prove anything. I realized it then. I was really about to take the fall. That's when the door burst open. A kid walked in, maybe 12. I recognized him. Keon's little brother. He was holding a phone in his hand and almost crying. "He's lying. My brother's lying." Keon went pale. "I don't need surgery," Keon's brother continued. "There's nothing wrong with me. He made that up." He walked over to the principal and showed him the phone. Texts between him and Keon. "He's been stealing from lockers all year," the brother said. "He has a box under his bed with everything in it. AirPods, money, a watch. That's why he's framing his friend. He's scared you'll find out." Keon lunged for the phone, but the cops grabbed him. The brother looked at me. I didn't want to say anything, but I'm not letting someone go to jail for what he did.